Hello everyone, good evening, Chag Sameach, and welcome to the Ben-Naim dining room table. We have Ari, our 12-year-old, David, our 17-year-old, Yoni's home from college for a while, Yoni, our 20-year-old, and my husband, Gal. And thank you for joining us for our Passover Seder this year. A shout out to everyone who's joining us, Browerman Elementary School students, grandparents, and any connected family members, everyone from Wilshire Boulevard Temple. Welcome to our home, welcome to our Seder. No matter how wacky it gets, this is our house. We're using this Haggadah here, which hopefully you have printed from the internet. And we're going to start, as we start all of our holidays, by bringing light into the situation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel yom tov. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
Amen. I bring my children close to me, and I have male children, so I'm going to bless them in the way that we bless our male children. Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim u'chi-Menashe, and for your daughters, Yisimech Elohim ke'Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. Amen. All right, we're going to continue on page 4. We are on page 4. We're going to name the parts of our Seder so that we don't get lost along the way. Kadesh Urchas Karpas Yachas Magi Rochsa Motzi Matzah Maror Korech Shulchan Orech Tzafun Barech Hallel Nirsa. All right, and we continue with the Kiddush on page 5. Let's all stand up.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher b'chamanu mikol ha'am v'romamanu mikol lashon v'kiddishanu b'mitzvotav. ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה, מועדים לשמחה, חגים וזמנים לששון. את יום חג מצות הזה, זמן חירתנו, מקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, קיוונו ובחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ומועדי קודשך בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל והזמנים. אמן.
Hold on. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'echeyanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Some water over my hands. That's enough. We don't want water all over the house. Okay, so why do we wash our hands now when the meal is still a while away? Because it prompts us into asking questions. And of course, this evening is all about asking questions and finding answers to those questions. Passover can teach us that true freedom urges us to approach life with childlike wonderment. At this time of springtime and renewal, we fill the Seder with activity, lots of interesting props, encouraging our curiosity, persuading us to be students of life. Let our telling tonight pour out like water, strengthening our spirits, refreshing our souls. We say the blessing over the karpas. Find your parsley, and we dip it in the salt water. There we go. All right, and we join together in the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pari ha'adamah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll hold up the matzah. Careful that we don't break them. There you go. Find the middle one. Oh, that's the top one. Here's the middle one. We have a couple different types of matzah. We also have our shmura matzah, which unfortunately kind of came broken. It's kind of an unusual year for our shmura matzah. We take the middle one, only the middle one, this one, and we hold it up and we break it, hopefully not into two equal halves. There we go. And you've got the afi. Good job. Show the two pieces. You got different sizes. We'll take the afikomen cover. And which one do we hide?
Eyes up.
And we hide this somewhere secretly in the house for someone to find it and hold it for ransom later on. Okay, and we are at our Magid section of our Seder. And this is where we get into the explaining of the different symbols that we have here.
Ha-lachma. This is the bread of poverty and persecution. Ha-lachma, ha-lachma an yadi achalu, achalu avahatana, be'ara, be'ara demitrayim, be'ara, be'ara demitrayim, kodik fi v'teye yechol, kodik rich yete ve'yifsach, ashatacha leshana haba be'yardei Yisrael, ashatavde leshana haba b'nei.
This is the bread of poverty and persecution. Hold it up, which our ancestors ate in the land of Egypt. Let all who are hungry come and eat. Let all who are in need come and share the Passover meal. This year we are here. Next year, God willing, in the land of Israel. This year we are slaves and we are stuck in our homes. Next year we will be free. All right, Ari?
Yeah.
Ari, you're the youngest. Here you go. This is your part.
Ma nishtana halayla ze mikol haleilot, mikol haleilot, shebechol haleilot, anu ochlim chametz umatzah, chametz umatzah.
Halayla hazeh, kulo matzah. Halayla hazeh, kulo matzah.
שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים שאר ירקות, שאר ירקות.
Hallel hazeh, maror, maror. Hallel hazeh, maror, maror.
שבכל הלילות איננו מטבילים אפילו פעם אחת, אפילו פעם אחת.
הלילה הזה, שטף פעמים. הלילה הזה, שטף פעמים.
שבכל הלילות אנו אוכלים בין יושבים ובין מסובים, בין יושבים ובין מסובים.
הלילה הזה, כולנו מסובים. הלילה הזה, כולנו מסובים. Why is this night of Passover different from all other nights? We are about to tell the story and find the answers to those questions. Here we are on page 9.
Avadim Hayinu. Once we were slaves, but now we are B'nai Chorin, we are children of freedom. Avadim Hayinu, Hayinu, Ata B'nai Chorin, B'nai Chorin, Avadim Hayinu, Ata B'nai Chorin, Avadim Hayinu, Ata B'nai Chorin, B'nai Chorin, Ata B'nai Chorin, B'nai Chorin, Avadim Hayinu, Hayinu, Ata B'nai Chorin, B'nai Chorin, Avadim Hayinu, Ata B'nai Chorin, Avadim Hayinu, Ata B'nai Chorin, B'nai Chorin, Ata B'nai Chorin, B'nai Chorin.
We were slaves in Egypt, and God freed us from Egypt with a mighty hand. Had not the Holy One liberated our people from Egypt, then we, our children, and our children's children would still be enslaved. Even if we are all wise and learned, sagely and knowledgeable, it is incumbent upon us to tell the story of our leaving Egypt, and those who enhance the telling are surely to be praised. We have 4 types of learner, 4 types of children, and the Torah speaks of these 4 types of children. One is wise, one is wicked, one is simple, and one does not even know how to ask. Yoni.
Chacham, Mahu Omer.
Rasha, ma hu omer.
Hold on, Yoni, read the English.
The wise one asks, what is the meaning of the laws and traditions God has commanded? You should teach this child all the traditions of Passover, even to the last detail.
Ari.
Rasha, ma hu omer. The wicked child asks, what does this Seder mean to you? By the words, to you. The child implies that this Seder is only for you. This child does not believe that there is anything new to be learned.
Ta mahu omer, mazot. The simple child asks, what is this all about? What are all these things on the table? Tell them, with a strong hand God brought us out of Egypt from the house of slavery.
Gal.
ושאינו יודע לשאול, עד פתח לו, שנאמר, והגעת לבנך ביום ההוא לאמור, בעבור זה עשה אדוני לי בצאתי ממצרים. As for the child who is unable to ask a question, you must open up the subject to them. As it is written, you shall tell your child on that day, this is on account of what God did for me when I came out of Egypt.
All right, so now you're going to need your hammers. You're going to need your shovels. We happen to have some shovels here. Get them out if you have them at home, because we've got some work to do.
We were slaves and we worked day and night building cities. So everyone get your hammer ready as we build and toil away in the hot sun. Bang, 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 hold your hammer low. Bang, 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 give a heavy blow. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. For it's work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. Now we have to dig with our shovels in the hot, hot sun. Dig, 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 dig your shovels deep. Dig, 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 there's no time for sleep. For it's work, 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 every day and every night. For it's work, 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 when it's dark and when it's light. I don't know about you, but I'm so tired of working.
All right. V'hisha amda lavotenu v'lanu. This covenant that remained constant for our ancestors and for us has saved us against any who arose to destroy us in every generation. And throughout history, when any stood against us to annihilate us, the Holy One kept saving us from them. And we sing, take it away, Cantor Peicott, here you go. When Israel was in Egypt's land, let my people go.
When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. Said the Lord, bold Moses said, let my people go. If not, I'll strike your firstborn dead. Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. The Lord told Moses what to do. Let my people go. To lead the people of Israel through. Let my people go. And he said, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh, let my people go. When they had reached the other shore, let my people go. They sang a song of triumph o'er, let my people go. And they said, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell old Pharaoh to let my people go.
Okay, and we take our pinkies because we are about to recall the 10 plagues, even though we feel like this year we know what the 11th plague certainly is. We take a little drop of each of grape juice or wine, whatever you're drinking, for each of the plagues. So here we go. Dam, Spardea, Kinim, Arov, Dever, Shechin, Barad, Arbe, Choshech, Makat Bechorot. Use your napkins, not your pinkies. All right, and so we are understanding these 10 plagues and that darkness comes in many forms. And our job, especially in this year of this Seder experience, is to push that darkness away and to know that this too shall pass. And we get out our scallions because we sing Dayenu on page 13. Guys, follow the words. Here we go.
Dayenu. It would have been enough for us to have just been freed from our slavery, but we were also given Shabbat and we were given the knowledge of Torah. We join together in Dayenu. Ilu hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, hotzianu mi Mitzrayim, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et hashabat, natan lanu et hashabat, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu. Ilu natan lanu et ha-Torah, natan lanu et ha-Torah, Dayenu. Everybody, Dayenu, 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 Dayenu.
How could so many people leave a place at one time? Amazingly, in our own day, we have already forgotten that refugees all over the world seek shelter and comfort. When our ancestors left Egypt, they were pursued by Pharaoh, his horsemen and chariots. They found themselves trapped between the Egyptians and the sea. At times when each one of us becomes a refugee, perhaps not politically, but emotionally, we flee pain and darkness that threatens us. We stand before the sea, pursued by fears, either imagined or real. Then the Midrash reminds us that one man, Nachshon, displayed his commitment to freedom by walking into the sea. Only at that moment, when the water reached his neck, when he could go no further on his own, did the sea part. His act of faith and courage opened the way from Egypt to freedom. He enabled us all to be reborn into freedom. Where is this place, Egypt? Is it the Egypt we know? The Egypt of the Haggadah is more than a place. It is more than a nation state. It is a state of mind. Our Hebrew word for that place is Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim, that is the straits or narrows. The geographical Mitzrayim is a pinched green strip of land in the midst of desert along the shores of the Nile River. The metaphorical Mitzrayim can be any restriction, physical or spiritual. We have all come through tight passages, splitting the waters of the Red Sea to search for the way, sometimes struggling for as long as 40 years. As with Nachshon, we too can only achieve our salvation through our own willingness to take risks. And Rabban Gamliel has taught us that all those who have not spoken of 3 things on Passover has not fulfilled their obligation to tell the story. And these 3 words are, let's say it all together, Pesach, Matzah, and Maror. David, tell us about Pesach.
The Pesach, which our ancestors ate when the Second Temple stood, what is the reason for it? They ate the Pesach because the Holy Blessed One passed over the houses of our ancestors in Egypt. As it is written in the Torah, and you shall say, it is a Passover offering for Adonai, who passed over the houses of the Israelites, saving us in Mitzrayim, but struck the houses of the Egyptians.
Perfect. Yoni, tell us about Matzah.
Matzah, what does it symbolize in the Seder? It was an insufficient time for the dough of our ancestors to rise, when the Holy Blessed One revealed to us and deemed us as it is written in the Torah, and they baked the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt into matzah, cakes of unleavened bread, which had not risen. For having been driven out of Egypt, they could not tarry, and they had made no provisions for themselves.
All right, and Maror. We have this huge chunk of horseradish root. Why do we eat maror? For the reason that the Egyptians embittered the lives of our ancestors in Mitzrayim, as the Torah states, and they embittered their lives with servitude, with mortar and bricks, without straw, with every form of slavery in the field, and with great torment. And so we are required in every generation, B'chol dor v'dor, chayav adam lerot et atzmo ke'ilu hu yatsa mimitzrayim. We are all commanded in every generation. Each person is obligated to see themselves as if we personally went forth from Egypt. Shene'emar, as it is said, you shall teach this to your children, saying, because of what God did for me when I went out of Egypt. Not only for my ancestors did the Holy One redeem us, rather for us with them, as it is said, God took us out of there in order to bring us out, to give us the land which God promised to our ancestors. And now Cantor Peicott will lead us in the Hallel.
We join together in Psalm 113, the words of Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 Avdei Adonai. Hallelujah, 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 et Shem Adonai. Yehi Shem Adonai mevorach, me'ata v'yad olam. Yehi Shem Adonai mevorach, me'ata v'yad olam.
And we get ready with our second cup. God lead us in the second cup on page 16. And we remember to recline a little bit. Go ahead, Gali.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי הגפן.
Amen. All right, and now we wash our hands.